Picture this. You're a 16-year-old working at Pizza Hut, 7 hours into a 10-hour shift. The computer blips and tells you an online order is coming. You read the order and make the pizza. Half an hour later, you're handing the order to the customer and they tell you the order's wrong. They say they ordered Hawaiian, but you gave them meat lovers. You lean over, take a look at your computer, and sure enough, meat lovers is on the screen. No problem, right? What if the customer looks like this? Yeah, you're probably going to be a little concerned. That's what I'm talking about today. Karens. They're all around us, they're often intimidating, and they've had a lot of negative meme coverage lately. Let's have a look into this one. Jumping over to Urban Dictionary, the top definition has a Karen listed as the stereotypical name associated with rude, obnoxious, and insufferable middle-aged white woman. Karens take everything wrong with the typical over-entitled Western woman and crank it up by several thousand%. They are a mutated subspecies of descendants from the soccer mom, and have many of their traits, such as a short temper, a crown bowl haircut, an unnecessarily large SUV to take her kids to soccer practice, and be a menace on the road. But Karens have developed their own unique characteristics and antics as well. Jumping down to definition number 2. A Karen is a middle-aged woman, typically blonde, makes solutions to others' problems an inconvenience to her, although she isn't even remotely affected. And jumping down to definition number 5. A Karen is pretty much an entitled parent. Along with the rise of Karens has come a new range of terms to add to our vocabularies. First off, we have Karen logic, simply the logic of a Karen. I want to speak to the manager. This already existed in our vocabularies, but it's being used here in a different context. The ultimate weapon used by a Karen if somebody didn't do the job correctly according to Karen's broken logic, or her Karen logic. OK Karen, modelled after the recently popular OK Boomer. Paying customer, a key word used by Karens in retail situations to gain power. Note junkie, a person who's constantly writing Facebook notes that nobody will actually read. While this isn't necessarily associated with Karens, I think there's a lot of crossover. Karen took the kids. That's a pretty simple one. Karen took the kids. Mom ugly Karen. It's just an ugly Karen. Nick's a Karen that hates other Karens and does not think that they're a Karen. Non-Karen Karen, basically the opposite of a regular Karen, somebody fitting the description of a Karen, but not exhibiting any of the behaviours that people don't like. Reverse Karen, basically it's a synonym for the previously explored non-Karen Karen. Like most internet phenomenon, the Karen label gained a significant amount of its popularity through memes. The memes are relatively diverse, with situational memes, character or prototypical memes, and pop culture memes, to name a few. In January 2020, a hashtag "and then Karen snapped" popped up, pointing out comedic scenarios in which the Karen character would get frustrated. A personal favourite eventually popped up, which is the Mega Karen meme, also known as Boss Karen. This meme represents the idea that the size of the hair represents the Karen's power level. The Karen meme is popular, and when used in the right context, quite entertaining. As usual, with human classification mechanisms, there is potential for misuse, mistakes, and abuse. The obvious issue is that people may be inclined to see a person matching the Karen description and make assumptions about how they act and treat others that are not in fact correct. This idea is hinted at with the concepts of non-Karen Karens and reverse Karens. When I, and hopefully anybody else, refer to Karens, I would certainly not refer to every person who matches the Karen physical description. Furthermore, I would hope nobody is confusing Karening with assertiveness and dominance, which in a wide range of aspects of everyday life are advantageous character traits and worth encouraging, particularly in women. In the real world, however, there are real examples of Karens actively Karening in the community every day, displaying genuinely antisocial behaviours with unclear intentions at best. I personally have been witness to excessive passive aggression and sometimes even active aggression by characters matching the Karen prototype. It's hard to stomach, but hard to speak up about. This often results in extremely uncomfortable retail situations where the staff are uncomfortable, the surrounding customers are uncomfortable, and one person in particular is somehow angry, uncomfortable, comfortable, dissatisfied, and very satisfied at the same time. In my earlier video on the topic of simps, I explore the idea that a meme like this is a term for a pre-existing group of people displaying a particular set of behaviours that did not previously have a unified label. This example is no different in that respect, and opens up avenues for discussion and the propagation of information about Karens on a global basis. It creates strong opportunities to help Karens improve their behaviour in a constructive and helpful way. I often wonder where Karen behaviour comes from. While I haven't performed any research into the topic, I would speculate that a significant number of true Karens only started to behave like Karens in adult life. This begs the question, is the behaviour a result of an imbalance in a Karen's life situation? Maybe your typical Karen behaviour comes from a lack of authority in other areas of life. Maybe some Karens are not where they would wish to be in their careers and use other areas of life as an outlet for frustration or dissatisfaction. Maybe some Karens are exactly where they wish to be in their careers and have picked up a taste for the displeasure of others. Maybe Karens did not develop a sense of self-awareness due to deficiencies in their socialization and failures on behalf of their role models. I can only speculate, but I imagine a large number of true Karens' lives could be improved by interventions or discussions around their prototypical behaviour. True Karening is antisocial and could squander a number of potentially fruitful relationships with other people. If you have a friend, family member, or a loved one who is a known Karen, you have an opportunity to take a look at their life situation and assess whether or not some aspect of their life may be causing antisocial Karening, and act accordingly to your mutual benefit. The Karen meme is highly entertaining and makes for a good time when used correctly. It gives us as a society an opportunity to critically assess a particular set of antisocial behaviours and provide interventions to particular people who could serve to benefit from the adjustment. Furthermore, it provides an opportunity for true introspection for a range of Karens in the real world. Warm and positive messages aside, I look forward to more Karen memes and other similar memes in the future. My question is, will we find the true boss Karen?